BroFire. What's cracking, y'all? What's cracking? Hey, y'all. I always forget to ask y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. But y'all know what to do, man.
Do it.
Come on, this is y'all.
Take
on
initiative.
You on YouTube, dog.
Take initiative.
You on the podcast. You either on YouTube or on one of the platforms where we got this thing going. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, we just out here trying to just inspire and inspirate. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell us your thoughts.
Is inspirate a word?
Do you agree or do you not agree? Disagree.
Inspirate a word.
Inspire.
Inspire. Inspirate.
Inspire is not a word. You just made that shit up, man.
Made that up.
Yeah, you made it up.
I tried to add Sprite on in.
Yeah, man. See how folks do?
Hit that like button, though.
Yeah, just, I know what I'm talking about.
Tap it. Make sure that bell icon.
You know, conversate is not a word. When people say conversate, you're like, hey, man, let's conversate. It's really converse.
This is really the episode 2 to the rules of marriage. The rules of marriage playlist that we putting together here. So,
on a side
the
note,
rules of marriage series.
to a conference.
Uh-huh.
And it was a funding conference, so it was teaching folks how to get funds. So that's investor funds, real estate
hedge
funds,
Mm-hmm.
VC,
Mm-hmm.
private equity, so buying another company, investing in ventures,
fund.
hedge, which is investing in stocks. So it was all these folks, about 2,000 folks
Yeah.
in this conference, and we all talking about how do we pull together money in order to grow together. And it got me thinking, like, man, we gotta, us as men of our households, us as
As a
you know,
community.
as we gotta pull together as a community and start thinking about this type of thing. How do we bring ourselves up? How do we invest and make sure we have a legacy for our kids? I just want to mention that. That's one of the things that we did this past weekend, was go down to Orlando and go to this fun conference. It's called Fun Lunch Live. Big shout outs to the guy who organized it, Bridger Pennington. Big shout out to him, young guy, but it was inspirational because it was a whole bunch of money in one room, talking about millions.
That's it.
And it was just good to see.
Yeah, it was I had recently talked to the twins about, potentially approaching the family as in everybody with an opportunity to, essentially let's start a real estate fund. Let's start a fund where we can, start to build generational wealth for our families. You know what I'm saying? And when you got 20, 30 people, you know what I'm saying, they can throw a few dollars in there, it don't take a whole lot. They ain't got to throw a whole lot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not like the Jay Morrisons out there trying to go to the community and scam them. Nah, it's inner circle. It's on family only, dog. We ain't trying, we ain't got to go far. You got to go far to make it bubble. So that funding conference was definitely something that was necessary.
Yeah, necessary.
In order to, get the behind the scenes dynamics on how to approach that situation and do it correctly.
Yeah, we got the whole framework of how we can do it now. Different strategies we can do to try to make it work. So we definitely very soon, we're probably going to get together and start the process of formulating the paperwork for it.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, that's dope. We ready for that. I'm ready for that.
So what's the topic, man?
All right, so since this is the Rules for Marriage series, here's some other rules. Here's some new rules that I found recently that I think, I don't adhere to these rules.
So you don't?
I don't. But I'm curious if have you guys ever heard of this?
Okay.
The 777 rule or the 222 rule?
Neither.
Not in a marriage. Me and Travis used to talk about 7 when we was dating, but like the
7-hour rule. We call it 7-hour rule.
7-hour rule, yeah, we call it 7-hour. but it's not the same. But it's
Yeah, it's
this
7
is
hours.
Hey,
pretty
let's go ahead and
marriage,
say it
this-
now. You gotta you might as well. We was dating that, you gotta
we were dating that time. We said, hey, 7 hours is what you need to get the intimacy. You can go on 7 dates. So it can be 7 dates, 1 hour, just a whole 7 hours the same day. It can be split up and chopped up however you like it. But at the end of 7 hours, you should have enough trust in the women to smash. But that was but again, this is a disclaimer. That was a long time ago. That was well over a decade ago.
So the 777 rule is simple. It's every 7 days you go on a date. Every 7 weeks you go away for a night. And every 7 months you have a romantic holiday. So
Oh, it's kind of
basically,
like the 7-hour
okay.
rule, and it wasn't
Kinda.
far off.
It wasn't
Nah.
that far off.
And then
I do believe every 7 days you should go on a date.
And then the 222 rule, the 222 rule is every 2 weeks you go on a date. Every 2 months you spend a weekend away. And then every 2 years you do a 2-week-long vacation.
I like them.
I like it. It's
I
hard.
like it.
It's hard.
I gotta apply that. We do go on date nights.
Yeah.
We try to do at least every other week, so we do at least the 2s.
Okay.
I want to do every week, but you know how it is. It gets tough, and it's hard with childcare.
Right.
So, but we do date nights every other week, and the reason we do that is because one of the foundations of a marriage is around emotional connection. It's around intimacy, and in order to be intimate, you gotta have that alone time with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta talk about everything. You gotta have those conversations that's vulnerable, and that allows you all to be more connected to each other, and that has more longevity in a relationship. And I honestly do believe that if you're not doing date nights, then you're losing that emotional connection. So
Do you believe that you can do date night at the house? Does date
Yeah.
night, you have to
Date night
leave the
can be-
house in order to do date night?
no, you don't. You can do date night at the house.
love it.
You can do Netflix and chill. You can make some lamb chops for the wife. Did that one time when I made some lamb chops, and we just had a good conversation around the table. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It can be entirely free. For Christmas one time, I bought, as a gift, I bought her, I think it was like 90 date nights. So it was like these cards, and they all, it's like scratch off cards where you scratch it off and it gives you a new date night and you have to do it.
I used to buy something like that. So like
that's
date night coupons or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that
Yeah.
from like Francesca's. I used to do those for dates.
But do they actually give you a coupon where you can go
No.
like different locations?
And you know what? I only did
That
like
may be a
one
good
of
business idea. Oh, you
Yeah,
only did-
that is a great business idea.
like to do like create like a package where like, hey, look, you know, you have these partnerships with these restaurants, these venues, these different date night experiences, and then the
Yeah, that'd be
they can-
dope. That'd be
That
dope.
would
I
be
would
kinda
definitely
fire.
subscribe to that.
It's hard to do date night, man. To stay consistent is where I struggle.
Yeah, sure. That
Like Troy got 1 kid, Al, you got 2, I got 3. It's just a whole level.
But
dog.
you're
It's
the
hard.
only one with downstairs.
Yeah,
That should be help you out, but it don't. Cause when I need a time, when I need a moment, my mama's just 10 minutes away, dog. 15 minutes at the most. 10 minutes away, not even 15 minutes. 15 minutes means there was traffic.
so not really, not as much as like, you know,
Do
grandparents.
you ask?
So here's the thing, like so we have essentially our house has 1,600 square feet up front at the top, and then 1,600 square feet at the bottom. So we have a split level where I stay at the top, our parents stay at the bottom. So that's what Al was talking about. And so the problem is our parents are extremely busy. Like my stepfather, Daddy J is what we call him, but Papa J for the grandkids. He wakes up at 2 a.m. in the morning and he does he drives MARTA, the bus system here in Atlanta. And so it's a struggle for him because he's tired. You know, he's tired like when he gets home. So like date nights at in the evening time, but his bedtime is like 6 because he got to wake up so early. It's like 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mother's a tax professional, so especially during this season, like the spring season, which is where we are right, kind of winter spring season, then you know that's when taxes start. Like after October to about close to right now to the end of like beginning of May, then it's like okay, she works 12-hour shifts like every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like almost impossible. Then for me, it's cool when we like need it. You know what I'm saying? If it's summertime and maybe going towards the fall, then it's a lot easier because my mom doesn't work the tax season shift. But during this season, it's almost like it's real hard. Like, and this is a season that we usually do our vacations because spring break season. It's, you know, we got a lot of birthdays. My son's birthday's in the spring, so it's like a lot of child care that's needed. Usually what we do is we'll ask our niece who, on my wife's side, she's in college and she goes to Kennesaw State. She'll come down. She'll, you know, watch the kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as easy as you think. Plus, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Grandparents different nowadays, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, grandparents a lot different than they be trying to be out. You know, that's what we call it, be out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not always wanting to be with their grandkids. There's some grandparents that do want to be the grandkids all the time, but like too much honey will make you sick. I think we might have said that in the previous episode. So like because they in close proximity, it's like they see the kids almost pretty frequent, and so it's like, you know, and you know, part of it's probably my own ego, because I gotta, since it's my parents, I need to be the one to ask as a male. If it's my wife's side of the family, she's gonna be the one to ask her side of the family. So it's partly me too, probably, because you know, you're just trying to figure it out, you know. So
Bro, you got me though.
I was just about to say,
you got a twin brother, bro. You need me to look. You need to look out for your children. I'll come over.
You got a brother and two sisters that.
Two brothers and sisters. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got like, and they got kids, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's easy. It should be easy.
Yeah, we starting to think through strategies on that though. I know. I pitched to my wife, hey, let's watch Travis' children 1 week. We'll throw our child over to their house, and they can watch our child 1 week. Or we started the process of looking at a joint nanny.
Yeah, we did start the process doing the joint nanny.
So we thinking about, hey, let's just find one person that can just watch all our children, so that we can go on these double dates. Because I only think Travis my twin brother, but I can't even remember the last time.
That's crazy.
I went on a double date.
Yeah. That's wild.
I mean, like just me and my wife, him and his wife, and we just went out.
That's probably an episode in itself, like twins, like that y'all like things that you would think that y'all would have done together that y'all probably haven't done together. It's probably not a lot because y'all boys do a lot of things together.
Yeah, we done a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we still hang out with the families. The families hang out quite often, but as far as just couple to couple.
Yeah.
That's true. We never
not like that. I mean, we do a lot of dates.
We do a lot of family things together, like our family, his family, but not just the couples. Yeah, that's true.
Matter of fact, I went on our last couple, the last date night where we did couples. Travis, I don't think we invited you, man. I apologize.
No, you didn't invite me, bro. I found out through the grapevine, bro. That's the worst place to find when your twin brother, like, bro, I see, and, you know, we on the business together. Not like,
time too. I ain't gonna lie, man. I hate to put it, I hate to rub in your face, but we had a good time.
Talk every day, man.
Yeah, we talk every day, man. We own a business together, so it's like we talk at 8 o'clock. I know we gonna talk.
But that's one thing in my mind I do want to do more of is like
couples date night.
Even with Island, where we all the couples just kick it together.
Yeah.
It's a lovely thing too, man.
Yeah, lovely thing. Hoyt tried to do it with the last event, but
What
it
you
was
mean?
tough.
What?
Was it the Hennessy? What event was it? The event where we
went
the
ABL, Arts Beats and Lyrics.
Arts Beats and Lyrics, yeah. So it was dope. But we ended up just making the man thing. We tried to invite the wives. The wives like, ah.
It's so crazy. I gave y'all that information and I ain't even go.
When
When I called Hoyt was like, dog, there's about 500 people in front of me. I was like, oh, I'm turning around. I was just leaving my house. I said, boy, before I get on the highway, let me call Let me call a couple people I know that's up there and see what it look like. Oh, it's
Oh,
gonna
it's
take
thick.
an hour to park.
Yeah,
Oh,
big.
I'm already an hour away, and it's 500 people in front of you in line. I'm turning around. I'm
Yeah,
going
it was
home.
a lot of people
I'm
there.
going home.
But the line went quick. It was about what 400 people in front of us, but they was moving, and we had a good time. But it started off as a hey couples, but it ended up just being a man's
Yeah,
trip.
that's crazy. Like I was trying to tell him, like, dog, I was one of the original
Yeah, it was on
people that helped throw that thing. I was one of the people. Like when it came to Jack Daniels, that's when the marketing agency took over, and I was there for that. That was
Yeah,
dope.
Jack Daniels, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm a firm believer in going on vacations with one another with different couples.
Yeah,
Like, so true. I mean, technically we haven't been on a couples vacation with just the couples.
Yeah, we did
We always
family.
go to
do a lot of
families.
family vacations.
We do a
yeah.
lot of family vacations, but doing a couples vacation with just couples is a different experience, man.
Yeah.
yeah, we did that for Ria's 40th birthday, because all her friends' birthdays seem to be within like a little 2-month span.
Mm-hmm.
So we just decided to go. They all decided to just go to the Bahamas. So we went to the SLS in the Bahamas, and we stayed out there for like 4 days. And
Okay.
we did that whole thing, and it was just two people came by themselves, but everybody else came coupled up. So
Okay.
it was cool.
Yeah, we did a couple of couples cruises with LaToy friends. It's kind of interesting because every time we do these cruises, all the couples in different places in their relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have a couple and they may be like the gay couple, you know what I'm saying? Or you may have a couple and they may be like just dating, they may be engaged or something, and you had a married couple. And it's truly a reality TV show. Like when I tell you, it's the most entertaining thing you ever seen in your life. You got two couples over here fighting because they ain't having sex in their marriage, and you got another couple over here. They ain't really feeling each other out yet because they just started dating, so
Yeah.
they trying to figure each other out. And sometimes it's hard to go on vacation when you're dating a woman. Like,
That reminds me of the time when Hoyt was dating that one girl, and he was like, "Yo, let's go on the cruise." And I had to tell him, I was like, "Dog, my wife don't go on outings with when you got girlfriends. Like, that shit don't work. That she only want to talk to somebody that's gonna stay around, that's here to stick around. Dog.
yeah.
She ain't trying to meet no new friends that might not be here tomorrow." So
I absolutely love traveling with my wife. Love it.
mhm.
I think we're both adventurous. I'm more laid back, so I'm like, hey, whatever goes. We gonna hike the mountains. We gonna go backpacking. I remember when we was in South Africa, we did 8 weeks in South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because that was before children.
It was just me and her, and we
That's fire.
backpacked. It sounds crazy because as African Americans, when we think of backpacking, you thinking you're on the side of the road, you putting your
Doing hitchhiking, like, hey,
throw
can
your
I get a
finger
ride?
out. But we literally traveled up the coast of South Africa, but it's more so like a bus system. So you're
Fire.
catching buses, and you catching these hostels, but
That's
there ain't nobody in the hostel, so it's not like you sleeping with another couple. You in there. We always ask for our own room.
Okay.
So
This sounds like a Monique planned out situation.
yeah, she planned it out. I was nervous. I am not going. When she first said, "Hey, babe, you the backpack?" I'm like, baby, I don't know.
It sounds like a horror movie.
Hey,
That shit sound like a horror movie to me, bro. It sound like they backpacking.
we in a whole nother
was a-
country.
it was a-
now.
it
We
was a-
not down the street. We in a
That's what
whole
I'm
nother
saying, dog.
country.
There was a movie called Hostel. Yeah, I think it was in
yeah.
Amsterdam, and they
And
were
it-
chopping people's heads off and stuff.
I think that messed people up because that's
Yeah,
what I thought
black
about
people
when
don't
she
like
said
horror movies.
backpacking. But absolutely loved it. We traveled. We was in Cape Town. We went all the way to Port Elizabeth, was kind of mid South Africa, and everybody speak English, so that was good. Even with the family, like I loved it too. Like my daughter Free. She's just free. She goes everywhere with us. She don't complain. So I do love traveling with the family and travel and doing those type of things.
Yeah, and like just to sum it up, you know what I'm saying? The 777 rule and the 222 rule is basically the rules for you to be able to spend time with your significant other.
Mm.
The rules set in place for you to find intimate time with your partner, which is very instrumental and key to a successful marriage, a long marriage, a healthy marriage. So, everybody take notes, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be willing to. Just because you get married doesn't mean, it's time to pack it up and stay in the house and, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. It's still time to be adventurous. It's still time to live your life to the fullest. You just got somebody with you that's down to live it with you.
Yep. Yeah, one of the key things to intimacy, and this is off of Dr. Gottman, who's a world-renowned in marriage therapy, marriage counseling. And one of the things that he talk about is love maps. And what that is
Hold on, before you get into these love maps, hold on, let me make sure I got this on. And just start it over at Dr. Gottman. Yeah, lighter right over here. Dr. Gottman.
So when Dr. Gottman, who is a world-renowned therapist, they do a lot of married couples. They've interviewed and did thousands. This is in their research. He's a PhD in research, storage, love, and marriage. And one of the things he talks about is this idea of love maps. And what a love map is knowing everything, every intimate thing about your wife, and your wife in return knowing everything about you. And the best time to do that is when you're one-on-one. You really can't do that around your child. You having these deep conversations. You're being vulnerable with each other. And the time to do it is when you're one-on-one with each other. So it's crucial. It's absolutely crucial to go on these vacations, go on these retreats, go on these date nights, because you're really learning about each other. One thing that somebody told me, I can't remember who told me this, but they said, hey, your daughter, you can't focus on your children because they only there for like 21 years. Really.
Mm-hmm.
The child is there, they're going to be there from the time they're born to about 21, and they're going to go on and have their life.
Mm-hmm.
But your wife, they're there forever.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot lose focus on your wife. Oftentimes you want to focus in on your children, and you tend to lose the focus off your wife, but you really got to focus in on that, because that's what really keeps the marriage going after the children leave. Because to be quite frank, the hardest times in marriage is when you first married, when your child is born within the first 5 years.
Yeah, first 5 years.
And when your child is leaving, when you're an empty nester. And in order to keep those things alive, keep it going, you gotta always remember those good times, and the good times most likely will be in those intimate conversations, in those love maps.
Take notes, y'all. Take notes, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Dr. Troy.
Dr. Troy.
Dr. Troy Nunley over here.
Dr. Troy
Travis
Nunley.
Nunley to my right. Your host, Al Greasy. Nah, man, just Al. AKA Optimus Prime. But, just, y'all just love on each other in your marriages, and make sure you find that time to spend with one another. That one-on-one time. It's key and it's crucial to, again, mastering the longevity of your marriage. I think that's it for the BroFire for this episode. Until next time, peace.
Peace.